please tidy up this place. No! Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner. It works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Explore the great outdoors with Benny's quality and savings.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, Edward Saldana's daylight murder in Belize City caught on camera. Shooting in Punta Gorda leaves a 17-year-old minor dead and another injured. BDF bolstering presence in the north amidst rising cartel tension in Mexico. GOB clearing space near Haulover Bridge ahead of La Ruta Maya. And Our Lady of Fatima RC School inaugurates new classroom block. These stories and more up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated, representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, this adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Welcome to Plus News for Thursday, March 5th. I am LJ Wade. Belize City resident, 26-year-old Edward Saldano, was gunned down earlier today in the Old Capital. Just after midday, Saldano, also known as Scrubby Jr., was caught on video camera riding his bicycle through the streets of Belize City near his home. While he was attempting to cross the street, a male person pulled out a gun and killed Saldano execution style. According to police, thanks to the surveillance footage in the area, they have since detained one person.
Officers proceeded to that location where they observed several expended shells and some blood on the scene. The investigators proceeded to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital where they learned that the victim in that shooting incident was Mr. Saldano. What the investigation has so far disclosed is that Mr. Saldano was walking on Dean Street when it is that he was accosted by a male person who is believed to have been known by him, and a dispute arose, and the male person, and this was captured on police camera, was seen retrieving a firearm which he used to fire several shots which resulted in the demise of Mr. Saldano. One male person has since been detained in the course of this ongoing investigation.
Police are also investigating a double shooting that led to the death of 17-year-old Jimmy Kuss. The shooting incident occurred last night around 8 o'clock in the New Road area of Punta Gorda town. 17-year-old Jimmy Kuss and 18-year-old Darwin Miraz, both of a Punta Gorda town address, were socializing when they were attacked by a masked man. Both Kuss and Miraz were rushed to the Punta Gorda Community Hospital, but Kuss passed away. Today, police held a press conference stating that this murder may be linked to a previous incident that occurred in Punta Gorda.
Police are investigating a shooting incident which resulted in the death of Jimmy Kuss, a 17-year-old of Stan Creek Street, Punta Gorda town. The investigation commenced on Wednesday, 4th March at approximately 7:56 p.m. when officers in Punta Gorda town were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired on New Road in Punta Gorda town. The officers responded, and upon their arrival, they observed the unresponsive body of Jimmy Coase, 17 years of age, which exhibited several apparent gunshot wounds. And they also met with 18-year-old Darren Meraz, who also suffered a gunshot injury to the leg. What the ongoing investigation has disclosed so far is that Coase and Meraz were walking on New Road when they were accosted by a male person who fired several shots, resulted in the demise of Coase and the injury of Meraz. Police have since identified a person of interest in relation to this incident, and that individual is now being sought. An angle that is being pursued is this incident's connection with a recent murder incident that occurred in Punta Gorda town. However, as more information is learned, that will be disclosed to the media as it becomes necessary to do so.
Police have made an arrest in the murder of Elias Bejarano. The incident occurred on the 1st of March when Bejarano was on his way home from a bar in the area. While walking, Bejarano was attacked. His body was found with multiple chop wounds. Today, police announced that they have since arrested and charged 37-year-old Nicaraguan laborer Raul Eden for the crime of murder.
As a consequence of the ongoing investigation into the death of Elias Bejarano, which occurred on 1st March 2026 in Cowpen Village, Stann Creek District, police have formally arrested and charged Raul Sergio Flores Eden, a 37-year-old Nicaraguan laborer of San Juan Village, for the crime of murder. Robbery appears to have been the motive in this incident. The arrested individual is someone who had recently taken up residence in that village, I believe some 4 months prior.
The Belize Defense Force is bolstering its presence in the north due to rising cartel presence throughout Mexico. Last month, a coordinated attack by the U.S. and Mexico's army took out the boss of the CJNG cartel. In retaliation, the membership of the cartel took to the streets of Mexico. A few days later, the dismembered body of a Caborca cartel boss was reportedly found in Quintana Roo, Chetumal. The rise in cartel activity throughout Mexico has led to questions surrounding Belize's security. Today, Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez, commander of the Belize Defense Force, says that they are bolstering their presence in the north and that the troops are ready if there is any spill into Belize.
So it's a bit multi-layered. So we have intelligence-driven operations. So we are monitoring the situation from an intelligent point of view. We have communication with our Mexican counterparts. So anything that's happening over the border, we know instantly. We also have an increase in troops in the northern border under Operation Northern Fortress. Just recently, we received vehicles and we received ATVs to bolster our presence and our patrols in the north. Also, there was a building donated at the Corazon Free Zone, which we'll be occupying in the next few days as well. So we are monitoring the situation. We have enough troops to deal with anything that pops up. And if anything big happens, we can reinforce the north with more soldiers. We just had an intake pass out. We're having a new intake coming in this month. So our numbers are increasing, and anything happens, we can bolster that northern area. Well, the threat is real. It's real because it's happening in Mexico. So the possibility is there. We have noticed over the past few years that there have been, and you have reported it on the news, that there have been certain cartel-linked violence in the northern part of Belize. That is why we have bolstered our numbers in the north. We have increased our intelligence operations in the north, and we are prepared to deal with anything that might happen in the north. Nothing has happened. We are vigilant, and so far there is no indication that there's any increase in any activity within Belize due to cartel activity in Mexico.
Approximately 25 soldiers from the Belize Defense Force were discharged with disgrace over the past few months due to a number of issues that were affecting the organization. Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez says that being discharged with disgrace means that you cannot reapply to join the BDF, and the reasons for being discharged range from a number of major issues, including alcohol abuse.
The Belize Defense Force is a disciplined organization, and when members break the rules, they either get punished administratively, either they are punished and returned back to the ranks, or if what they committed was grave enough, they get discharged. And discharging with disgrace means that they get no benefits, and they are not allowed to re-enlist into the BDF whatsoever. Being discharged with disgrace encompasses many different charges, different actions that they committed. Alcohol abuse is probably one of them, definitely. This is Women's Month, so these allegations that were happening in the past constantly are one of them, reasons why people will get discharged. Soldiers will get discharged for various reasons, for failing to show up on a duty or causing the loss of a life or the loss of a weapon. So there's various reasons why a soldier will get discharged, including alcohol.
Would you say that the force has a problem with alcohol abuse?
I would say that yes, as part of society, we do have a problem with alcohol abuse. However, I would say that that problem has been minimized significantly over the past 2 years.
We'll take our first break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your hearts will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artists coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise never stops. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing, and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be Heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Pemberton. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team. Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember, Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world. I said Jesus.
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, Plus TV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. GE appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all aligning. Turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold from the ties to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you'll choose. All in one place. Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go. From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up. Watch your dream home grow. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place.
Design Depot, all in one place.
For any project, big or small, Best Screws provide strength, efficiency, durability, and affordability. Get the screws specifically designed for your next project. Get Best Screw, the power to build, the strength to last. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
In the upcoming fiscal year, the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development and Housing will be seeing a $5 million increase to their budget. Since being appointed to the ministry, the Honorable Julius Espat has been lobbying for an increase, and now, after 5 years, he's finally getting one. Minister Espat says that the additional $5 million will be used to build more homes for those who need it.
5 million, we were stretching it thin because we were not only building the homes, but we were also doing roads reaching the homes. And so now an extra 2 million was given to us. So wherever we have a house that's in a really, in an area that hasn't been developed, we have the ability now. Another budget was done for what you call that road coming off at the airport? The John Smith Road. A $2 million budget was given to be able to do infrastructure there in the housing development that they have. They have a housing development there that the Minister Cordell had done for about, I think, 1,000 lots. And so $2 million was also allocated in the budget for us to be able to go in and do some work there. So for the first time after 5 years of lobbying, complaining, beating, we got $3 million, 5 million more. It's 3 million for the houses and 2 million for infrastructure for the houses.
So with this additional 3 million, is there a set goal of the number of houses you would want to have completed?
Yeah, the houses are running about 60,000, but it depends where it's being built. So right now, after the budget is ready, the first meeting will be between the CEO, myself, the chief, and the housing team led by Marissa to look at what houses have been approved already, meaning recipients that have been approved, because we have a long list. And what we are trying to do is to look at the houses that have lots that have easier access, because all of them have a need. So we know that everybody that has been approved has a need. So now we're looking at, is your house easier for us to reach? And that would be the priority. Apart from emergencies, because we have also been helping people where the houses have been burnt down or somebody that's incapacitated, or there are a couple areas that are not strict. Yeah. And so that meeting will be held right after the budget, so I'd say in the ending of this month, and then we have a list of how many we can do.
Late yesterday evening, the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development and Housing was seen clearing land by the Haulover Bridge in Belize City. The clearing by the ministry is being done so spectators of the annual La Ruta Maya race would have a place to watch without having to pay a fee. In years past, the race would end at the iconic Belkin Bridge in Belize City, but this year, the finish line will be at the Grand Resort and Residences, and to enter, spectators would have to pay a $10 fee. Today, Minister Espat stated that his ministry just wanted to help those who wouldn't be able to meet the entrance fee.
Well, we have absolutely nothing to do with the decision that the venue was changed. But we monitor social media as government, we have to. And we saw that the people of Belize were a bit concerned that it was being put in an area that would not allow them to go in if they didn't have adequate resources. And so we had two area that is for the government of Belize still after the bridge. One side is 2 acres, the next side is about 3. And so CEO and I and the chief decided that, let's clear it up and give the people an opportunity free of cost to go out there and you have safe parking. If you want to go out there, go sell your stuff at free of cost, go there strong. It just gives an opportunity for people to see the race. I don't want to get into why it was changed or who changed it, because that's not our responsibility. But if we can help, then I think that's our role as government, to listen to the people and find a way to give them the services that we believe they deserve.
Espat also shared his thoughts on the ongoing controversial battle between BTL and their former workers as it relates to severance payments. While the minister didn't want to get into the details, he did state that, in his opinion, BTL should pay the workers as the money is for them.
Pay them everything we owe them. It's for them, man. If you made the work for so long and not get paid, you may happy? No. Exactly. So pay them. Prime Minister has said to pay them. Prime Minister has said in cabinet to pay them. Pay them.
Is the United States bringing pressure down on Belize due to the government's support of Cuba? That's the question we posed to the Prime Minister today. Earlier this week, the Prime Minister announced that following his meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Belize would be partnering with Mexico to send aid to Cuba.
Well, we will always have a good relationship with the people of Cuba. But I think they have been doing their wrongs in the entire region. They've been going to every country, expressing their concerns, and as a sovereign nation, we listen to them, and then at the end of the day, we think we do what we believe is the best interest of Belize.
And have there been any specific threats to officials?
I don't think I can comment more than just that, because I think the discussions that we have between two countries, it's supposed to be private and confidential, and I'm allowed only to be able to share that with the cabinet.
We'll take our final break, and when we return, we'll tell you about the new classroom block inaugurated at the Our Lady of Fatima RC School in Rain Creek. Stay tuned.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
I think that this program has benefited my parents because now they don't have to pay for my tuition, so they can use that on other expenses for the house or for me personally, and they don't have to pay for my electronics either because I'm given one. My major is one of the most expensive ones that they have here at Sacred Heart. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable that it's completely covered and my parents don't have to worry about it.
I can see that it has benefited especially parents who have more than one children at school, because they are no longer worrying about where the money will come, for them to pay the tuition for their kids. We have a lot of parents who are single parents, and for them especially, this has been a great blessing.
I have 3 other siblings, and the financial burden is really great. And so with me having a free education, they could focus more on my brothers and 2 other sisters' education and not worry on my financial needs. They could focus more on them and not have to worry about me.
Years gone by, not anybody could have afforded Sacred Heart College. And now with this in place, it surely have impacted a lot of our families. Now we are really out of space for students because now everybody, they want to come to Sacred Heart College because of this program that we have in place.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, "And you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice." The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, oh Jah. Tell them that the praise will never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can can't hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
And all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 5:01 from Capital City, Pemberton. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team. Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carballo and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world. I said,
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors, Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
For the first time ever, your Belize City Council, in collaboration with the Baron Bliss Harbor Regatta Committee, brings you the Baron Bliss Harbor Regatta Festival 2026. Join us on Sunday, March 8th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Seashore Drive, Buttonwood Bay for a full day of excitement, family fun, and a sailing showdown. Enjoy delicious food and drinks, live entertainment, and a free kids zone packed with activities for the little ones. Interested in securing a booth space? Contact the Public Relations Department at 227-2308, extension 238 or extension 263. So come out, bring the family, and be a part of this historic celebration at the Baron Bliss Harbor Regatta Festival 2026. Your Belize City Council, always vote the people.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. You can whip it cream for Donna milk, it is real, yes, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. Donna milk in the morning, Donna milk in the evening, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Donna milk, then of Donna milk. All over this land and in Belmore Pond, yes, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Donna milk, then of Donna milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Donna milk. I love Donna milk. Donna milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
El rotavirus es una de las principales causas de diarrea acuosa severa y vómitos en niños. Puede causar deshidratación severa y hospitalizaciones. La buena noticia es que la vacuna contra el rotavirus ya está disponible. Se administra por gotas orales a los 2, 4 y 6 meses de edad. Protege tu bebé. Visite hoy su centro de salud más cercano.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Benny's. Quality and savings.
Today, the Our Lady of Fatima RC Primary School in Roaring Creek inaugurated a brand new classroom block. The new building boasts 7 brand new classrooms for the students and staff and a number of newly built bathrooms. In addition to serving as a new learning hub for the students of the primary school, the new building will also serve as a hurricane shelter for the community. Today, both the Prime Minister and the Minister of Infrastructure, Development and Housing spoke on the accomplishment and how the new building will uplift the students of the school.
It's been a lot of work. The lobbying took some time, but the interministerial cooperation was also positive. These are projects that we have had in mind for quite some time. But as you are aware, once you're in opposition, which I was in 2 terms, the resources just aren't there. Yeah. But it's a promise that we made, and it's a good feeling to know that we have been able to keep our promise. The building is like 7,500 square feet. It is, as you're aware, it's a reinforced concrete structure. It's designed to withstand hurricane winds. It is designed also to be a hurricane shelter. It is designed to accommodate 200 students and also to accommodate 200 people in time of need when the hurricane comes. So it's a dual purpose building. It took about a year to build. The contract was within time, and the quality is of high standard, so we are proud. We have to invest more in our children. The one in Kamalote is worse than this one, where they had bats and rats. And in fact, we've found in some of the schools that some of the roofing is of asbestos. So we're trying to upgrade and take it to a level. This is the future. You know that. We have to invest in our children. And as I said in my speech, it is hard for our children to be able to receive information when the environment is not conducive to that. The health factor with the bathrooms, the heat inside when you're, I mean, we have to better it. And that is why I'm proud of our government, that we are doing as best as we can. It's not magic, but little by little we are getting there.
And education is a high priority of our government. Education continues to have almost 25% of the budget. And when we can be able to come and build a building of this quality, and a building that can also serve dual purposes, not only as a classroom, but also as a hurricane shelter, yeah, it makes you, it gives you that feeling of accomplishment. It gives you that wonderful feeling to say, after all the stresses and the challenges that you face, that you could come for an hour or two, doing this, and then looking at the kids, and how they greet you, and they want to hug you, and they want you to sign their shirts or whatever. It then makes me feel that all the work that we've been doing, is paying off and it's working.
The total cost of the project was approximately $1.5 million. Earlier this week, the owner of a starter home went viral on social media after showcasing how she transformed her humble abode into something straight out of an interior decorating magazine. The social media post even caught the eye of the Minister of Infrastructure, Development and Housing. He says that seeing the video made him proud and happy that people are using the project to better their lives.
A smile from ears to ears. It just makes you proud. Remember what we said, it's a starter home. People beat it up and say, oh, now this kind of house is too big, but it's a starter home. It gives you the ability to grow from there. The States, they got this thing where they call tiny homes, where everybody, they sell their mansions or go in a tiny homes. Well, if they can do it, and they're comfortable and appreciative of that, this is what we are doing. We are not building a middle-class house. We are not giving you a luxury house. It is government subsidizing 75% of the cost for you to have a start in life. And what we saw and what you saw is awesome. And there's another one coming floating around, I don't know if you saw that, where the whole house has now become a 3-bedroom house. And I'll send it to you if you don't have it. And it's just a wonderful feeling.
And that's the news. Thank you for joining us. From all of us here at PlusTV, we hope you have a good night and God bless.